Alright folks, here we are using the simple screen recorder which I installed last night, which I'm currently writing the post about right here. You're going to have to add these two lines of code in that are up here on the screen. They're in the post if you're reading this. If not, you can find the post by going to tabletserver.com/8080/WordPress. Let's go ahead and just poke around, see what this thing will do. Right now, I used all the default settings for YouTube, which is a preset setting in there, except I lowered the frame rate down to about 20 frames a second. I had to play around with my audio to get it to work, but it seems to be working now. It seems to be in sync. As you can see, typical Linux Lite, we can bounce around while we record. We're going to play around here, and this is the GIMP, the Graphics Image Manipulation Program. And we're going to just add a layer here to a file. And let's say we want to, move that. We're going to go ahead and just grab that sucker. Whoops, I guess I need the right tool for the right job. There we go. And we're going to just put this right over there. I mean, this thing will do basically anything that Photoshop, PaintShop Pro, all those would do. Take your layer and you'd merge it down. Boom. And we're done with that file. If we wanted to be, and then we would save it, you would just do a file, export as, and we could export that as a, we're going to make this a JPEG. JPG. And we're going to hit export here. And we've got our compression. You can do all that kind of good golly stuff. And then you export it and boom, you now have a JPEG file. And that would be available right in our pictures folder. Or wherever else I saved it. It's a real simple program. It works very well with Linux Lite 3.0. And that's all there is. This is just a demo. And we're going to go ahead and stop it here. Alright, I kind of cut that last video off a little early. So, figured we'd add a little bit more detail on here. Just to show you a little bit more about Linux Lite 3.0 if you're not familiar with it. It's basically based on Ubuntu, but it's got a little bit more familiar screen here. You can go to your menu, and like I got my favorites here. So I got my GIMP, my simple screen recorder, which is what we're using for this. You can add anything to that. Let's say you wanted to add your Chrome browser. I don't know why you do that, but I'm going to just add it to favorites, and boom, there it is. Even though I've got it down here in my little panel. This comes with your basic, it's called LibreOffice. You can do documents, spreadsheets, presentations. Got a PDF viewer in there. Under your multimedia, you can watch movies using the VLC media player. It will burn CDs if you have a burner, which this laptop that we're shooting this on just happens to have. Alright, now, some of the basics here. Let's say you want to change your desktop. Well, you can go to desktop settings real quick. And we've decided we're going to change wallpapers. Real quick, I'm liking the F14. We're going to apply that to every workspace. You could actually apply different wallpapers to different workspaces. And you could even have the background change every number of minutes. So we're going to close that. Boom, just like that, we got a new wallpaper. I mentioned workspaces. The workspace we're in right now is workspace 1. That has the simple screen recorder. That's what's going on right now. So far we've used up about 6 meg. Um, we're doing a frame rate of 20 frames per second. So, all that being said, let's go to workspace 2. And what do you know? I've got over here, I've got my Chromium already open. As a matter of fact, that's where I went and just grabbed that F14 wallpaper. Works just like any other Chrome. It's got all my bookmarks. I'm logged into Google, blah, blah, blah. My recently used tabs are right there. Anything I need to do. And then I could open another one over here. And let's keep in mind now, this is running on a virtual machine. I don't have a lot of RAM allotted to it. But I can go up to my favorites here, and I can go to my GIMP image editor, which I showed you earlier. GIMP is, for a free tool, it's extremely powerful. It will do anything. You can't believe what you can do with this thing for a free program. Takes a little getting used to. I'm more used to PaintShop Pro, but it's got your text, your moves, your color doodads. You can rotate pictures, you can skew them, you can add airbrush stuff, you can set the opacity of a new layer. So you can add one layer over another. You can do anything you want. You can resize images just by going up, and there's your scale image right there. We don't have an image open, so it's not highlighted. You name it, you can do it. And of course, that's sitting in my number 3 workspace. So I can leave that sit there. Go back to workspace 1. I got an empty screen. I can open up more stuff here. Or go to workspace 2. You can open multiple workspaces, by the way. We can go in here. Oh, I need an empty workspace to do that in, I think. No. Workspace settings. Here we go. I can, number of workspaces, add more. Obviously, some of those are going to, the more crap you have open, the more RAM you're going to use. We've only got 2 gig allotted here, and it is in a virtual machine. I assure you, if you ran this straight away without having Windows 10 running underneath like I do, you would find that it's extremely competent operating system. And on that note, I don't think there's much else I can show you today. Just wanted to go over a little bit of the stuff, and that's all.